Yeah, no, honestly, I've been using these grip tapes for like around 6 months or so. Like I used them towards like the second half of our season, and like before I used them, I was slipping everywhere. There's films of me playing football for my team, and I'm stacking it all over the pitch. And genuinely, it's mainly because I was like slipping in my actual boots, and that's why like, I would recommend these so much. Like personally, my favorite is the black and pink combination, but I also do have like my blue and then blue Adidas boots like combination. But genuinely, these help so much. I know a lot of people have like questioned about like grip socks and stuff like that, and I understand that. But genuinely, like grip socks, this is by far the best product I've used towards like a football accessory, because like I've actually just seen a much bigger improvement in my game personally. Yeah, no, I've been following football like ever since I was a little kid. To be in this sort of industry now, it's kind of insane. And like I supported Liverpool ever since I was like a little kid, so they've been my heart and joy. And last season they were my pain. So yeah, I suppose it was ups and downs. You know, I got through the Ricky Lambert season, and I got through, you know, Mario Balotelli, Markovic. So if I can live through them seasons, I can live through a season in Europa League again. Man, that's a tough question. Honestly, it would have been Messi. Messi was like the main player that actually, you know, properly got me into football, purely because of his like whole like dribbling skills. Like Messi was just an idolized for me, and I did cry when he won the World Cup. I will 100% say that. He was just one of them players that he was generational, and he brought me really into football. Even though I was a Liverpool fan, I would always, you know, want Messi to win the Champions League. Just Messi. He was my pride and joy towards football, so he would have definitely been my idol. Honestly, I'm so excited to see Szoboszlai in Liverpool. I've seen him. I do watch the odd bit of the Bundesliga. I follow Dortmund, and I remember his absolute screamer of a goal against them. So yeah, it kind of broke my heart to see Dortmund losing goal difference in the last game of the season. But look, Szoboszlai is such a good player to bring in. At 60 million, it's a lot of money, but look, he will definitely be worth it in my opinion. You know, he's a leader. He's the captain of Hungary, and I think we need more leaders in that squad. So he's going to be so exciting. However, I am actually pretty excited to see Nkunku with Chelsea. Seeing how Chelsea done last season, I think the signings they are bringing in are going to boost them a lot, especially with Nkunku. My favourite Liverpool player of all time, I think it's an obvious answer. Like as I play in the midfield, it probably would be Steven Gerrard. Obviously, when I was younger, when he was kind of coming to the end of his career, when I got into football, because I was like only 6 or 7, I think. But I remember his slip against Chelsea, and it broke my heart, man. That was heartbreaking. The best moment I've experienced in football was definitely the Liverpool comeback for Barcelona when we won 4-0. I remember when the final whistle went, I could not watch that game. Like genuinely, last 5-10 minutes of that game, I was so anxious about how it would end up, because Barca still looked dangerous regardless. They only needed 1 goal to actually win that game. So that game, it was a highlight of like footballing, you know, memories for like definite. And I think that will like never be topped. I think it's gonna be very hard to top that. However, the Liverpool winning the league for the first time in 30 years, you know, the fact I got to experience that in my generation is another massive thing for me. The most heartbreaking thing in football, I mean, it's a tough one. To be honest, I think it was Messi leaving Barca. Like, I know it just didn't seem right. You know, you don't think about Barcelona without Messi. It's almost one of them things where like you always associate them with each other. And you know, it was definitely sad to see him actually leave Barcelona, but it's definitely a difficult one. Heartbreaking moments of football, there's a lot of them. The best experience for me actually playing football was either winning Player of the Year twice in a row back a few years ago, or winning the league, or it was winning the cup. We won the cup, and I captained us to win.
On behalf of the DDSL, declares present to Callum Maloney, captain of captain the Paul McGrath Cup 2022.
We won on penalties, so it was an interesting game, very nerve-wracking. I managed to bag a header, and you know, someone who's standing at 5'7", you would not expect them to win any header. So it was definitely an unusual experience for me. What's my favorite skill move to use? Honestly, I don't necessarily do skills. I kind of just like ping the ball about 40 yards. It's kind of the only thing I do in football. But if you have to give me a skill, I love doing the Neymar touch, even though I don't have the guts to do it in a game, because I know if you mess up a Neymar touch in a game, you look like an absolute moron. So it's one of them things where I'm kind of scared to do it in a game. I do like the La Croqueta, if that's how you pronounce it, or even like a simple ball roll. I've done a few of them in the past, and they're like so simple, but they're so effective, and they really can just, you know, drop the shoulder. There's so many different like movements you can do with the ball that can just affect the game, even though it's like maybe one little skill move like a ball roll, and you can open up an entire, you know, field of play. But yeah, thank you Grip Gear for this video, and make sure to use CalMaloney10 for a little cheeky discount at checkout. And yeah, go get your grip socks now. Go get them now.